what generally do you tell people that are in your situation that might not have the confidence you have or the motivation? Is there something that you tell these people to give them hope?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it is quite common for me to, whether it be through social media, maybe not a call per se, but through social media or through some form of communication, reaching out to new amputees. Sometimes we go to the hospitals after someone has had their leg amputated, and it's very isolating when, especially, you acquire a disability. You don't know what life has in store for you. You don't know if you'll ever reach the same level of confidence or activity or mobility or freedom that you had before the disability. And so the number one thing that I say is come out to an Angel City event. Come out to the community. Meet people like yourself. Meet the community that sees you and relates to you. Because really what we do at Angel City Sports goes way beyond the sport. It's about bringing people together and bringing the community together and showing people that you can still be active, you can still get moving, because there are really low points. I know people who have amputation, they go into a dark depression, they get on the couch, they're not moving, they're not doing anything. And being physically active, coming out, trying sports, seeing what's possible, what your future could hold, meeting other Paralympians, people who have gone through similar experiences, I think is the number one way to get out of those dark moments. I'll tell you a quick story. There was a little boy, his name was Alpha, and him and his brother were riding bikes, and they're at a stop sign, and his brother was in front of him. His brother was behind him. He was in front, and one car stops, another car stops, and an SUV plows him over. His brother's watching him get plowed over by an SUV. He's paralyzed. He's in the hospital. A couple weeks after surgery, we get the call. We have our big event that weekend. And so my dad on the phone with his mother goes, he should come out. He should come out, meet the community. So this kid, fresh out of the hospital, his family, stone cold, very little emotion after experiencing the trauma that they just went through, come out to the Angel City Games. 4-day event. He's really quiet. He's not first day, he's not talking to very many people. And we think, oh my gosh, did we bring him out too soon? Is there too soon? Should we have waited a little bit? So anyways, we take him from sport to sport. He jumps in a racing wheelchair and races for the first time. And he loses to another kid in a wheelchair, this little kid, Willie, who had been at our events previously. And Alpha starts crying. And we're freaking out. Oh my gosh, it was too soon. We're stressed. And his mother comes up to us and goes, that's the first time he's cried since his accident. The first time he's shown emotion since his accident. We cannot thank you enough. And so for the rest of the day, he went to swimming and he swam with a couple Paralympians. He went to wheelchair basketball and learned from the national team members who were back in the community teaching athletes how to play. So from sport to sport to sport, you could see him open up. You could see his demeanor change. He developed a friend group of all these little guys in wheelchairs that are racing around the whole event. He's popping wheelies in his wheelchair by the end of the event. A great group of friends. His family's eyes are open. His brother is now meeting other kids with disabilities who his brother could hopefully go do things like later on in life, and it completely transformed his life. His confidence skyrocketed, and he comes back to every single event because of that. And it was that moment right there, introducing him to the community, that completely changed his life. And it is moments like that where you can really see the power of community, of seeing people like you, and of sport literally bringing people together and transforming this kid's life. It's so special.
Yeah, I mean, I would figure going into isolation would be the thing that you would, what am I going to do? But like, to your point, as soon as you're around like-minded people, they're all doing the same thing, it's got to be inspirational going, man, I thought my life was over, but now I'm seeing a different side of stuff, and there's hope, you know?
To not feel alone.
That's why what you're doing is amazing, because having role models out there is the most important thing, and you're the best.
Thank you.
The opinions expressed in this program are not intended as professional medical advice, as a diagnosis, as a treatment protocol, or as a substitute for professional medical advice from your physician. Please consider your own medical history and consult with your own physician for your specific healthcare and/or medical needs and about your concerns for yourself and your family.